found. I didn't gamble. I don't really gamble. I do the slot machine sometimes. But I got 10 cents. Someone left behind a voucher for 10 cents.
Did you cash that in?
Yeah, I did. I got that 10 cents.
Did you really?
I did. I got it done.
Shut up. They
I
gave
would've
you a
definitely
dime?
done
Yeah, they have to. If it's a
would've
penny,
done
they
it.
got to give it to you.
You could probably make a living going
So I
around
took it.
picking up all those.
Exactly. You can.
That could be a free money episode.
We did that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Volume.
Like, you're supposed to, like, when you do radio, you're supposed to, like, stay up here on the mic, like, because people often, they'll, like, drift away, and then
Yeah.
he's like, oh, you're making me ride the levels and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, oh, yeah, I definitely do not, like, ride the mic, so to speak.
Yeah. It becomes second nature, I think. What did you say? Think about
Just get it fucking close to
I
your
said,
brain.
that Bob said natural spring water, and I said, as opposed to what? Like, what?
Like, what is unnatural?
What is unnatural?
Yeah, what is unnatural?
Spring? No, not water. What is unnatural?
Like if they took
water?
spring water and they fucked with it, it'd be unnatural.
But
like-
it still originally was natural. Water
Yeah,
in general is natural.
Yeah, but once you touch it, it makes it unnatural.
Yeah, I guess if
So
you.
when me drinking it in my mouth, it's unnatural. I'm a natural being too.
No. Can
If
we
you
not
took-
be? It's just
I don't know what you mean.
A total.
Oh, when you put
just
junk in
listen for a
so
second.
polluted water is unnatural water.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
I think-
if they take it and like run it through like an osmosis machine,
or
they
add
mess, they
minerals.
add stuff to it.
That's not natural because
That's
you've
not-
added like
What they're saying,
electrolytes.
This is literally a guy with his hand in this string, puts it in the bottle,
Or a
puts it on the
lady.
shelf.
Yeah,
or
Yeah,
a
a
machine.
person.
yeah. Well, I mean, they probably run it through a machine, but
Then it's unnatural, like what you're saying.
no, they don't add anything to it though.
So yeah, but if people want
That's what
unnatural
I'm saying.
spring
Polluting
water.
it. That's why I said polluting it, because you're adding something. Pollution is adding
No,
bad things to a natural.
I guess if
That's
you
not
had a
polluting
factory
it,
that
though.
put in pollution into your water, that would be
it
unnatural.
wouldn't be
Even
polluting.
putting in like little glitter. That's
So
polluting.
when you add like BCAAs to your water, you're polluting the water.
with BCAAs. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Putting something in something is polluting.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the definition of
You
pollution.
pollute your brain with dumb thoughts every day. That's what you freaking do.
Great
It's
thoughts. My
unbelievable.
quizzes are next level.
Your quizzes are damn.
Oh, we
you
should
steal
start
them
it
from the
Who
internet.
wants to
No, I come up with a
Bob.
lot of questions myself. Speaking of,
bring
I think
us?
we should-
Wait,
I
Bob,
think
bring us into.
Oh
the
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Are we going?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're going.
Yeah, we're going.
We always
Oh.
forget we're like started.
Welcome back to the Volume Podcast. Today I'm your host, Big Bob. Here with me is, as usual, Nate and Seth.
Yep. Greetings.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
greeting.
Good
Get
to
your
see
mic-
you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Yeah.
I'm on my level.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
We've been
Nate got a
provided.
haircut that he doesn't like, and
don't
I
like
don't
it.
like because it's way too short. It's
We've been provided fancy
you look
water.
You look
The guy,
from
well,
the
it looks
studio.
good from straight on. If this camera's on me now,
No, it looks
I look
good from
good
the side.
here.
It looks good from
No,
the
it doesn't, and I'll tell you why.
this side.
I look like every guy in the world. Everyone does the fade. I said to the guy, "Don't give
This
me a
is
fade.
so funny.
I want all the hair one length.
This
Just
is
do
so
one length.
Yeah.
It's a normal human head.
He-
But everyone nowadays, they do the fade, and then people shave their sideburns really low right here for some reason, and it goes like sideburn to hair. It's like this is for some reason being bald right here is a thing.
Ball.
And he did the fade. And I was like, he did the fade. He couldn't not. It's like he's like that. I can't.
That's what they teach you in Baba school, dude.
It's like here.
You know, I do have a hard
haircut
time.
Number 672.
I do have a hard time explaining to them.
way lower. It's like
Like-
5.
Yeah, number 1.
I haven't been to get like a professional haircut in forever, but like I have a hard time
When you
explaining to them
haircut.
how do you say to them make it all one length.
Just say that. Don't.
That's not in their
Give me
vocabulary.
one length. I said to the guy, he goes, "Oh, I got you." I go, "I don't like the fade. I just want one length." They've done it before.
What I say sometimes, I say do it as if you're just buzzing my head.
Yeah, but
With
have
a
it be
clipper
twice
so that-
as long.
so that this is the same length as this, and everything is all the same. You know. But then, like they often do a
wanna
little
do the bottom,
touch
and then they want this.
That's just, you just tell them. You
It's
like, cut it
snowballs.
on a 3, like, you know, the blade size
Yeah,
or whatever.
don't do
I've
anything.
said that. I did that once. The last time I got a haircut,
But it's when
probably
they-
8 years ago.
It's when they do the lines is when they start getting a little too excited. They go one thing leads to another.
and I
Yeah,
got
because it doesn't look. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a haircut, and I said to him, you know, I had been like filming something or something, and I didn't want. I could have cut it myself.
That's I always
cut
for
it short.
years I cut my hair.
Yeah,
with
just-
my-
But I needed it like in the middle
Yeah.
of what I had, which I couldn't do with the buzzer. So I said, "Can you just make my hair half the length that it is, all the way around?"
Yeah.
And then he said, "Okay," and he did it. And then he did a little thing.
can't
to it.
not.
And I was like,
You're
"Oh,
paying for
no."
a service. He's got a futz.
I'm like, he did
There's lots
something.
of futz in that going.
And it was just, I just want every barber to have like a buzz kit that has this many extensions. You know,
That's what he does have, and he used them all.
like the Flowbee.
You want him to use
Remember
the-
the Flowbee?
The
vacuum thing?
haircut.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, because my buzzers only go about an inch, but I want an extension that's like 2 inches.
That's
They have
scissors.
those.
That's called
They have
scissors.
those.
Yeah, but I can't do it with scissors.
That's when barbers use scissors. They don't.
But I think all barbers should
don't
have
really
a
scissor
kit.
though. Stylus scissors.
All barbers should have a
it
kit.
doesn't
of,
work that way because then the hair goes up. It doesn't. You have to pull it out like the Flowbee and then cut it at that length.
You could do it with scissors if
Yeah.
you did a good
A buzzer-
job.
a
Of
Yeah, but
buzzer
then you-
won't
then-
do what you want at a certain length.
That's not what
it's too
barbers do.
long.
Barbers use clippers.
But I'm saying
stylus
barbers,
scissors.
all barbers should have also a kit of 1/4 inch to 5
But
inch.
that's what I'm saying. It
buzzer-
doesn't-
5-inch.
buzzer
I'm saying it
clips.
doesn't work at that
Buzzer
length.
clip.
Hair won't work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Because it folds over and stuff.
Yeah,
so
it
a
won't-
5-inch one would just it would be
Well, the
ribbon and
Flowbee or
cutting.
whatever.
That's what has to be the Flowbee. to do.
Flow.
Did I tell you one time I used that?
Is that on the show? If you busted out a Flowbee right now on the show,
Is that what you brought for show and tell?
No, but I
You
did.
were gonna cut your hair.
But
with
I
a
was
Flowbee?
the victim of a
I'm the
Flowbee
only-
once.
Yeah, I should.
A victim.
Did I
You were
tell
a
you about
victim?
it? Because my girlfriend at the time in high school and her friend, we were over her friend's house, and
Oh, the friend that made me go bald.
Is this the
No,
one-
no,
Is this
this
when you had hair?
somebody you didn't
You had
know.
lots of hair at this.
I was in high school. Yeah, and
Yeah, he had long hair. You looked like what's his name from Third Rock.
no, I didn't have full hair. I didn't have long hair. This was like 16. This is Milford, but I went over. I can't remember this girl's name's house, and we were hanging out, and she's like, "Oh, we have." I'm like, "You have one of those things." I saw it. She had the Flowbee. She's like, "Oh yeah, my dad bought it." And she's like, I'm like, "Let's use it." She's like, "You want to use it?" And I let him use it on me, and my hair was like, I don't know, like 5 inches or something.
Longer than it is now.
It's just kind of messy, and then
No, it's longer now.
and then she took it and she hooked up to the back and she started doing it, and immediately it was like, and it jammed, and they had to tear it off my head.
Wait, why did? What is the Flowbee like?
It's like these
suck
blades-
It out
It
and
sucks it out, and then there's little blades about like 5 inches
Oh,
in.
oh.
So it brings
But
it all
then
to the same
it's
length,
on the vacuum
technically.
cleaner. You can use your home vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
And you just plug this
It's
thing.
a nozzle
into
on
it.
the vacuum. It sucks the hair
You turn
out
on the,
to the blade.
You turn on the blades, but also you have all these clear plastic extensions. You could make it like a foot. If you wanted your hair to be a foot
and it
long.
jammed.
And it pulled my hair in, and, it went, and then the blade stopped, and they couldn't get it to go, and they just ripped it, and they're like, and so they did it again and again. I did it like 4 or 5 times. I tried to do it, and it got
kept
stuck
jamming?
a ton of times.
And they pulled it out.
Oh.
They didn't cut it out. They pulled.
No, you couldn't because it was up the tube.
I think they
You know what I mean?
still make
Like you couldn't access my hair. They just had to tug it, and it just tore, and I was like,
the database.
Oh, it's actually working today?
Yeah, it's always working.
Wait, why do you have an Entenmann's on there?
That's what we looked
That's
at.
the last thing we looked up. Look, there it is.
Here's the Flowbee, $220.
$200.
$250.
Do you know how good of like clip?
Walmart, worst store in the world, sells it for $350.
You can't see this on the podcast, can you?
They can't see it.
Oh.
No, they don't. Need
Oh.
it.
But look, can you click on the picture so we can see the extenders?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. They were gonna
People-
have to.
I'm telling you, the database knows all.
see how-
Yeah, but we can't show the people this stuff.
We
Like,
can
get
show 'em-
out
we
of
can show 'em
here.
this if they can zoom
Oh,
into the
God, don't
screen.
zoom in on that.
No, don't bother.
They don't need. All right, everybody, just picture
we
a
can see it.
Flowbee in your mind.
They can see it. They can see it.
We have great production here, and the producer.
See, this is why we don't produce it because
producers-
we're
But
idiots.
But, here,
Looking at it right
but
now.
see, click on one of those like images so you can see the extender.
Look,
If we were producing it, we just have a.
See how there's a
like
plastic
camera the
thing?
whole time.
it's George.
See how there's a
It
plastic
is.
thing?
What the heck?
You can couple those together and make like a long.
So but it
Is
just,
this George Clooney? You
George.
the Flowbee?
is it literally just a vacuum with,
Oh, I
with
think I've
clippers
heard about
in it?
this.
Yeah.
And you hit the button and
Yeah,
it cuts it?
but the
Look
one
how-
that she
look
had,
how
you
scared
hooked
he
onto your
was.
own vacuum.
Look
Yeah,
how scared
I
George
think.
Clooney looks.
Because he's
He's like, my head's worth $1 million.
No,
guys.
I
You better not
remember
screw this
something
up
about
on me."
this.
just a vacuum for him.
Look at her. Look at the one on the right. No, click on the lady.
stylish
Nathan,
man.
click on the lady.
I wanna-
Click on the lady. See how it's extended? That's
Yeah.
what it was that we were using.
Oh, okay.
Panic.
And I couldn't get my hair out of it. You had to just pull it.
Yeah, but that's not how cutting hair works. You don't want to pull it.
It does apparently because they made a product.
You want to layer it so it looks nice when it hangs.
Yeah, but some people just want the straight, even all the way. You know what I want is
Hair?
clippers from Full Metal Jacket. Have you remember the opening of that movie?
This guy.
I mean, I don't.
They show all the guys getting their heads buzzed.
yeah.
Dude, and their hair is like thick. And it just goes like this.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Dude,
out.
straight
Yeah,
through.
but that's movie magic.
No,
it's not
it's
movie.
military magic.
Real strong clippers that'll buzz through like the thickest
Those
hair.
things, I don't understand.
None of us even have to even.
Oh, we have
You
the
could put
worst
all our hair together, and
Talking
it wouldn't
about
even be considered
The
thick.
guys with the worst hair in the universe.
We
about
have-
cutting hair.
Yeah, but my point is, I still want like buzzers. Because even when I do my hair with the buzzers, it's like it takes
Buy
forever.
good buzzers. They're like $200. It'll
Look at this
blast
man.
the heck
I
out
want
of
whatever they use in that.
Now, that's a fashionable man.
Look at this
you. Will you
guy.
stop?
Okay, enough of the Floby.
I think we should do a whole episode on the phone.
Oh my! All right, how about this? We'll buy a Flowbee and we'll cut your hair but we'll have to wait 2 years for it to grow a long enough length.
Literally, my hair takes 2 years to grow.
Yeah, that's why I just said we'll have to wait 2
Yeah,
years.
and I'm just reiterating. Yes, literally.
I mean, I
I can't believe they could actually pull up. Johnny could pull up
this
the
is technology.
why can you not believe it?
because we haven't
Like
been able to
they-
do it.
we're not
database.
producing.
Because we're 8 episodes.
We're
through.
stupid.
No, we just haven't needed to do it yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we haven't.
I know. I wasn't being sarcastic.
Have you looked into the behind the cameras here?
All the wires. And
Yeah,
technology.
it looks like
Too much technology.
looks like a tentacle monster.
This
back
is
there.
probably the,
kinda
this is
turning
the
me
most
on.
expensively produced podcast in the universe. I think.
Yeah, I think
In
so.
the universe.
I asked.
We have the most expensive advanced computer system in the world.
Yeah.
In our set, only this show. You can only see it here.
Yeah.
well,
So.
I asked the universe once, and they said it was this.
Oh.
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah, it was like the most expensive of all time. Yeah.
You want to hear? No, maybe I won't share that because that's like.
Hey, speaking
Ooh.
of showing, I have brought something for show.
Oh, we're
and
doing
tell.
show and tell. Or we're doing 2 visual things in a row, huh? Smart one for a podcast. Love
Yep.
that.
Well, watch it on YouTube,
How
everybody.
about, you get this out faster? Because last time you did the database and it took
This is a quick one.
45 minutes for you to pull out and
That
set
the
up.
PlayStation 5
Yeah,
when I showed that was tight.
that PlayStation 5, that's
Takes
right.
forever.
I already
This
forgot what the
is my Dreamcast, which is a portable Dreamcast.
Why T for
Because
tree?
it's a knockoff.
But why T?
Because they
Will
changed
you
it in. They
listen?
couldn't- I'm telling you, because they couldn't call it Dreamcast.
Why didn't they call it Creamcast or something?
Because they chose a T. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Tream isn't a word.
Neither is
Cream is a word.
Cream have to do with a video game system.
What does Tream have to do with a video game
It's
system?
a blatant knockoff. That's the reason.
But why couldn't they at least use a real word to knock it off?
Because they didn't.
What
want
does
to.
it matter?
Who cares?
It's just
It's a 90s
bothers my
knockoff from
OCD.
China, and they got sued by Sega and had to shut down. But they existed, and I got one with the carrying case, which is incredibly rare, FYI.
It should be Dream with 2 E's.
or that.
It could
Yeah,
be. Just,
me and you were on to
oh,
something.
there you go. So this is a Dreamcast. This is the black one. They came up with the gray, like the controller here. But I've used this
Black?
on airplanes.
So what is it?
I have a portable battery I plug it into.
What do you
It's
mean?
a
It's the
portable
same thing as
Dreamcast.
this last show. It's a portable Dream.
Oh,
I didn't know if I should turn it all on. because
no,
it takes
we
me
don't need to
forever.
turn it on.
But it works just like a Dreamcast. Plays all Dreamcast.
you played it on a TV?
Here's the bonus. NTSC and PAL are types of, for those who
Yeah.
don't know, PAL is what Europe uses for technology. Like a DVD player here won't work there because we're operating on PAL technology.
Oh my
we have
God.
NTSC, so you need different plugs to plug into your TV. In video games, you need to have the NTSC version for America
yeah.
and Japan,
Can't
and
you
then
just get an
PAL for
adapter?
England and
Like
wherever
a
else.
Mac?
Some systems can be modded to play both regions. This plays both regions.
Doesn't Japan have their own region?
I think Japan is NTSC as well.
Oh,
think
is
it's
it?
the
I
same
thought
as
Japan
US.
had like its own.
I don't know. Maybe someone in the audience will be able to correct me.
Hey,
but-
for our younger viewers, you want to explain to them what the hell a
Ah.
Dreamcast is?
And here's a Dreamcast. It's a video game system from 1999.
Antiquated video game system.
The year I graduated high school is when
Discs.
this came
Plays
out.
on
It's on
compact
discs.
discs.
You want to explain to our younger viewers what discs are?
Here's this. This is a flat, like the Earth.
A data
Oh, don't start.
storing device.
This is stores information for pleasure.
Can you watch movies
And
on
you-
that?
For pleasure.
Yeah, I have visual.
It is a pleasure disc.
I have
for sure.
visual pleasure when I enter this disc into this the ROM.
What game do you have?
Database. This is Sarge's Heroes, Army Men. Army Men were a pretty fun game.
That game stinks, doesn't it?
No, this is a fun
Wait,
one.
my question.
Oh wait, no, that one game's actually good.
Dreamcast came out around Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1.
My question is,
GameCube
what does
era.
this do differently than the Dreamcast?
It plays it on a screen, and I can walk around town being a cool guy with
It's
it.
just a portable Dreamcast.
Yes, that's unheard of for the time.
I thought it was the Dreamcast.
Look how big
2.
it is, though. It's
Look how little it is.
I thought it was like the PlayStation.
Compared to a
2.
PlayStation
Yeah.
5 and Xbox and stuff. No.
It's not like an advanced Dreamcast. It's the same thing.
Someone just slapped a screen on a Dreamcast.
Oh,
yeah.
And then they
it's
sold
I thought it was like
literally
the
what it
next.
is. How long does the battery last?
Revol-
20 minutes?
There's no battery. It's all AC. I have my own personal portable battery that I plug it into.
Oh, so it's not
modern.
portable. You just modded it to make it
Yeah.
portable.
Yeah, how are you supposed
I
to do
didn't
it?
mod it. I just plug it into
What
a
are you
battery.
supposed to do with that thing if it's not portable?
They advertise like the GameCube. Nintendo made
So
an
it's for
actual
traveling.
For example, Nintendo's GameCube, which
Take it
is
to a
like this,
hotel?
you plug it into a car, or the kids can play it in the car with an adapter, or you take it to a hotel. Yeah, so if you're on the go and you want to take your system, you don't have a TV.
We got to bring the controller. Hold the controller up next to it. It's just as big as the freaking console.
This, in my opinion,
It has like you.
That's a good
Scan
controller,
number and
actually.
this is the
model
best
number.
video game controller ever made, in my opinion.
No, it's a 6-button Genesis controller, but
I love it. 6-button Genesis is great too. And all the Sega
I wonder
controllers.
if it was
were
made
my
in
favorite.
Hong Kong.
Here's a Rumble pack. Gosh dang it.
dude, I hate Rumble. I turn
Oh.
every Rumble feature.
Rumble
I turn
pack?
it off now.
Dreamcast.
Do you like
Oh,
the
even
Rumble?
in the
This-
PlayStation and stuff.
Yeah,
I like-
I play
I
on
like
my
Rumble.
obviously
I like
my
Rumble.
ultimate gaming
Well, okay.
personal computer.
I say Sega
but I play a
Dreamcast-
controller. I turn it off. I hate rumbling.
Sega Dreamcast
I would turn it off.
changed the game when it came to memory cards. This is the memory card. It has a screen on it. You could play mini games and you could raise like a
Like a
what was it
gigapet.
called? Topachenko. What are those things called?
Gigapet.
Oh yeah, Tamaguchi.
Tamaguchi,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah,
John.
yeah.
And
John
Gigapet.
knows everything.
Yeah, yeah,
I
he
don't
does
know.
everything.
Hey, Sean just sit here and talk.
This was the beginning of that, wasn't it?
we'll be over there
Be honest,
futzing up the
I
video.
know.
We won't record anything, but
We don't know anything.
Yeah,
'Cause we can't hit
someday we
play.
let John sit here and just tell everyone, the audience, everything.
he doesn't even
And we'll
fact
just
check.
cut
He's the
Knows.
he is the database.
Yeah, you know,
Tamaguchi is pretty popular right now. It's like kind of bad.
I don't think it ever wasn't popular, was it?
I don't. I mean,
I have
Every-
a show and tell, but it's not gonna take as long.
that's my show
everything-
and tell. Dreamcast. It's very rare. If anyone in the
So why
audience
is it
wants to
called
buy it for
Dreamcast?
$500,000, I'll sell it.
Yeah, why is it called Dreamcast? How come it's called
Creamcast
Dreamcast.
or Gleamcast.
Dreamcast is what you type in when you hit X on your
And also, the Dreamcast logo is a circular swirl. They made theirs a square swirl.
Oh yeah, I thought it was the same.
Sega sued them, you said?
They sued them and shut it down.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
But then Sega didn't go and make them themselves, which I thought they should have done.
Nintendo just sued a thing just like that.
The portable Nintendo.
Yeah. The
Switch
emulator,
thing?
the portable
Yeah.
emulator. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, on PlayStation 5 the portable PlayStation 5 you can do it, or maybe it was another thing. Yeah, I heard about
No,
that.
I think there was some sort of emulator company got sued recently and had to shut
For
down.
playing Switch games.
Yeah, Switch.
Yeah.
But Nintendo does not mess
Nintendo
around.
literally shuts you down if you just say, "Hey, I like playing Mario."
Dude,
if you can't say that.
Yeah, if we put images of Mario on our YouTube,
Dude.
they would
Yeah,
copyright.
it's
me.
ridiculous.
Oh, dude,
They don't
Nintendo
like
does
other
not
video
fucks
games
around.
companies. They reward you for PlayStation, in spite of Nintendo. On the PlayStation 5 or when it was the 4, they put a button that says share. So you can literally hit one button and stream your game and make YouTube videos out of your gameplay to say F you to Nintendo, because they kept suing people for putting Let's Plays up of playing Nintendo games.
Oh, they did?
Nintendo would be like, you can't play our game and put it on YouTube and make money off of it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the biggest YouTubers in the world are advertising your game, making people want to buy it, and you don't like that.
I didn't.
So
know.
Sony was like, all right, here.
I mean,
you can
they've
all play
rolled
our
back
game for
on
free."
the streaming because it's like the biggest thing ever. But
Yeah.
Nintendo is
Oh, wow.
gnarly
Yeah, they're
about
pretty lousy.
all their.
They're like the Disney of the video game world.
yeah, pretty-
intellectual
I
property.
mean, they're owned by
and stuff.
Disney, isn't it?
No, they're separate.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Disney doesn't. I always expect Disney to buy them out, but
My
they don't.
my
Oh
my
yeah,
show and
because
tell.
that's good. That's true. Mario's in Universal, right?
Yeah, DreamWorks, I think.
But the Mario world is in
It's
Universal.
in Universal Studios. Yeah.
My show and tell is kind of like the polar opposite. Physically.
Wait, we're doing two show and tells.
Well,
this
Nathan told me to bring
Well,
something.
Oh my
I think
God.
we all should do it at the same time, but
I
you
don't-
never have anything.
This is fun because I don't have stuff.
Got all your shirts.
Don't worry, mine,
Yeah,
Bob.
look at me.
Mine-
I'm the show and tell.
Mine is-
6'7",
Yeah.
290 pounds of pure muscle.
My
All right?
my
That's
show
all
and
you
tell.
need.
Every week
My
you
show and
see
tell isn't as exciting in that way.
Well, is this how
Very
you're-
ordinary.
Well, are you going to
That's
show
good.
it? Or are you
I'm
just
going
going to
to
explain to
in
it?
honor of
They all have to be different.
International Women's Day. I brought
Ah.
one
Is
of
that
my
today?
favorite
A
books.
woman?
A woman.
Yeah, right.
No.
He
No
doesn't
one can
know
see
any of
it,
those.
but it's a book by Helen Lewis, Difficult Women, A History of Feminism in 11 Fights.
Are you reading that right now?
I read it already.
Oh.
I would highly, highly, highly recommend this book.
Are you going to tell us what it's about?
It's about difficult women and feminist fights. It's about like the suffragettes, and
It's like a history book?
It's a lot of history. It's like one of
Women's
the chapters
rights type
about
stuff?
like it's like work, play, sex, and like one of them is like about soccer in England.
And still, you know absolutely
Dude,
zero
I learned a
about
lot.
women.
I learned a lot about I learned a
You
lot.
know zero.
I don't know about women romantically, but I know more politically
I
about
know
women
that
and
they
women's
love
rights.
horrible Dreamcast. That's for sure.
But this book really good, and it talks about, for example, like soccer in the UK. Like women's soccer was like a huge draw for people. Like back when it started, I think it was like the late 1800s, and they were like the first people to like make money, like playing soccer matches.
Really?
And then they said, when the women started making more money, they're like, "Oh, you can't play. Men are going to play soccer now," and they just like cut them off. They wouldn't let ladies play. And then they told women that they couldn't play soccer professionally because they weren't allowed to run.
They hurt their ovaries
because it
or
would
something.
jeopardize their reproductive organs.
Isn't that the dumbest thing in the world?
So they stopped women from playing soccer. Like,
And
it's like all
when
kinds
you
of.
think about it, though,
crazy stuff like
logically,
that.
men would probably suffer more because your testicles are literally
I know.
outside of your body.
I think she actually
and
makes a
could
point
get
about
damaged.
that.
Dangling
Ball hits it.
around.
Yeah, shaking around,
Yeah.
banging
And
around.
if those
like-
are okay to get smashed and kicked and the ball's hitting them and running like that, then a woman's...
I mean, obviously, it's just pure sexism.
It's horrible.
but
I hate it.
There's all kinds of like crazy stories. That's why I say this book's really good. I definitely learned a lot from this book. But
That's
International
I
Women's
like
Day.
it's not really. That's more of just a tell. It's not really a show.
Yeah, I'm showing the book.
Oh, you're showing.
But I'm also
like how
because it's International
I
Women's
almost
Day.
Better than me.
I almost brought a book today. But
You have never read before.
I forgot that I have another book.
You
Keep
know you
this here
can
on
do your
display.
show and tell on books in one day because you've read
I-
probably read 3 books your
I
whole life.
actually in Discord the other day I counted. I've read over 10 books in my life.
Dr. Seuss doesn't count, bud.
Also, the Helen that we all love and know, Helen. I won't say her full name.
We know
This
who.
woman's name
Helen
is this woman's name
England.
is Helen Lewis, and she lives in the same town as Helen
What?
in London.
England?
No, like in the
Town.
same borough of London as Helen. She lives in the same neighborhood
What town
as
do you live
Helen.
in? America.
I just
I
thought
mean, yeah.
I thought that was weird.
You don't?
I don't live
Same
in
name,
it's
same
funny
town.
'cause, I mean,
That's funny.
I thought that was really strange. And Helen's very much a feminist.
why is that strange?
Because she's in the same town as Helen,
You know how many Helens there are in London?
but in the same
least
neighborhood.
The
Also-
biggest major city in England.
Another favorite author of mine was living in 2 streets away from Helen.
It's funny how you're blown away by the simplest thing.
No, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
author Edith. This
where they
No, there's a
eat land.
podcast.
I'm just
in
saying it's
England
strange that
with a guy named Seth in it.
it's just weird because Helen, that name is very specific to me, and this lady lives in the same town, and this Edith Nesbit, an author from like way back, like 1800s, she lived like 2 streets down from Helen.
Yeah, and
I thought that was crazy. That's like finding out Tolkien lives next door to you,
Well, I'll blow your mind right now.
or grew up next door to you.
I mean, I'm just not on that level.
Another-
Another about where people live.
Another celebrity from Milford, Mass, other than myself, is the creator of Comic Sans.
Oh, we've talked about this.
Oh my.
The
The
two most
font that everybody
Okay,
hates.
first, explain to our younger viewers what Comic Sans is.
It's
They know
the
what
font
that
they
is.
use.
They
'cause
don't.
They do because they use it in memes all the time.
That ugly
You
but
font.
they probably don't know it's called Comic.
They might if they have to type in.
No, they just
search
rip
up.
it straight from the internet.
It always says Comic Sans. Comic Sans is notoriously the ugliest font.
It's like that
but
comic
now it's
book
like a
looking
joke, and people
font.
make it on
Ugliest
purpose.
font? I don't think it's the ugliest font.
It's one of the ugliest and dumbest. But the creator is from Milford, our town.
about Winged It?
Next door to your town.
Speaking of
Medway.
fonts.
And me and him, if you look up famous people in Milford, it says Nathan Barnett, and then that guy. or whatever.
So
Yeah, it
funny.
says me and him. It's so funny.
You and that guy.
It's in the history of Milford. But even though I'm not from Milford, our parents do live there right now. But I'm from Cape Cod.
You're not from Cape Cod.
I am. Well, technically, I'm from. I was born in Milford. Oh, I am.
You're not from Cape Cod. You grew up. How long were you in Cape Cod for?
8, 9 years.
No, it was a long time, wasn't it?
From
Yeah.
born to 8.
I lived in Bellingham when I was born in Milford, and then we moved.
A
to the
huge
Cape
part of our
South.
childhood was on the Cape, like the
Yeah.
How long were
formative
you in
sort of.
Medway for?
Then we were in Plainville and then Medway.
Medway was like probably 10 years. No, Medway was like 6 years,
Medway, I was in 6th grade, and then we left.
and you graduated, and we left.
No, we left before. I was living in Milford. We kept
So we were there
driving.
5 or 6 years.
It was about 5 years in Medway. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Milford's
if
the
you didn't
longest.
go to school in Milford, you know.
No. He went to Milford halfway through.
I graduated.
Milford
from
High School?
Milford.
Yeah.
I went to 11 and 12 in Milford.
Oh, that must have sucked.
We moved.
I liked it.
Seth and I
Yeah,
moved
it's
around
better.
a
It was way
lot.
more
Dude, it was so much better. It was like a cultural immersion for me because it was just all white
There were-
people in Medway, basically.
Basically?
We had one black kid, Andre, from our
Yeah,
grade.
shout out Andre.
Andre Lafleur.
Don't
and-
say his
Hello.
full name.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
Why
can,
can
not?
anyways, but
we can
whatever.
blank it out. But anyway,
I don't want to
when I went to
with these.
I'll bleep his last name.
I went to Milford and I started dating an Italian girl. It was amazing. Everyone was speaking Italian and Portuguese and Brazilian, and like I was just like, oh my god, this is so amazing. It was like so
went to
fun.
You barely spoke English.
And I barely spoke English. So I got by perfectly. I couldn't speak to anybody.
I sometimes don't think I speak English.
What do you
Big
think?
Bob.
Yeah,
Outer
I speak my
space.
own, dialect of English.
You definitely have your own jargon.
This was the longest I haven't seen Bob
What do you mean?
from this episode to last episode.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Yeah. We have because we always see you like every day, but we hadn't been hanging out. I went to Las Vegas, didn't see you.
That's right. Yeah, because we hung out. The last time we hung out was when your haircut debacle.
No, yeah.
I wanted to go back real quick, keeping it interesting, talking about fonts.
A font. Keep
I
it
was-
interesting. Talking
I
about
was-
fonts.
Shut up.
I was reading about fonts and stuff. I don't remember what I was reading. This guy was like a font maker or whatever. Like, and he's like, what's your favorite one? He's like, oh, I gotta say Helvetica. It's my favorite one.
Helvetica is a good solid base.
But my question
font.
is,
Wes Anderson uses
what
that.
is? I've been trying to find out what the font is on a public phone, and it looks like Helvetica, but I don't know if it is.
It's either that or what's the one with the A?
Why don't you ask Jeeves?
What's the font? I can ask the database.
I've searched this and no,
Arial?
Arial. Arial is a very common.
Arial bold.
but it
Arial
doesn't. Maybe
bold
bold.
italic.
It looks like
Arial
Helvetica,
underline?
but it also doesn't. I don't know, but I want to use that.
So you
font.
have this type, but you've never asked, just asked.
I can't seem to find it. I can't find that information.
You know why? Because it's old.
That's what I mean. It's like I don't really know who's.
I mean, I don't. Did those fonts have names? I don't think the font names came into.
It's very
play
like kind of like
into-
utilitarian looking almost.
I don't think
It's
fonts
like-
had names before they were on computers, right?
This is not.
Say that again.
Like fonts didn't have names before they were.
Yeah.
Did they have names before?
Yeah,
they
all
were on
those,
computers?
all the typesetters. They
like a
yeah.
typewriter has a font.
That's I think that's Arial, or Times New Roman or something. No, but they have names. Like people back in like when they were making newspapers and stuff, they had names for those fonts. I'm pretty sure.
This person is asking what font is on paper, and I said it's probably not digital typeface, but typoed. What does that say?
Do you on Huora or whatever?
Typodermics. Blue Highway comes pretty close with the C and R. The O obviously is a circle.
All right, we
but
can't
there's no
figure it
C,
out.
R, and O in phone. What does that mean?
On this payphone, they must have posted a picture or something.
Well, anyway, I didn't know if you guys knew.
So we're gonna. Why would
Nope.
we know?
Don't know the font used
You
on
got-
payphone.
I don't know. Bob's got this weird well of internet information in his brain. And
Maybe
you never
John
know.
knows. John, you know the font used on payphones?
No, I don't. John!
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
my God!
Oh.
Letting us down.
Then it doesn't exist. The information doesn't exist if John doesn't know.
You know John
Dropped your
didn't know
phone.
because he didn't just blurt it out right away. Just to correct us immediately.
But if John doesn't know, it doesn't exist.
You can.
Yeah, yeah.
Drop your phone.
Is it this Seth right here? This one you're looking at?
No.
Oh.
Don't worry. Well, next episode we'll come back with a.
Hey,
Well,
someone
So
in
any
the audience-
viewers out there, any listeners out there, if you know the font for the public American payphone,
Yeah.
let us
public
know.
American payphone.
Because the British one is different and the Australian one is different. Like they're all going to
Well,
be
British
like-
people speak a different language, so.
You're not talking about when it says like phone up top in the
Yeah.
marquee, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, isn't there different fonts all over the phone?
yeah.
It's pretty
I think
universal
he
in the
means
U.S.
one
Like
that says
the thing that
phone.
says phone.
Well, they're
or
probably all
public
made
phone.
by like. You're the payphone
There's
expert.
9X,
How the hell you
but don't different phones aren't they owned by
I
different
want to
companies?
use that font for the title of the film. Is why I want to know what it is.
Dude, have we talked about that film yet?
Yoda. You can also just have people make you a custom shape each letter into the same font.
Are you gonna get like talk about the film?
I mean, I don't know.
Would you want to?
I don't care. Yeah, I can.
Because I mean, it'll explain why you're.
Oh
so
yeah, I'm
curious
making a
about this
movie.
Nonsensical thing.
I'm making a movie where I'm calling people on working public payphones.
He's driving all around the country to get to these phones
And
Yeah.
to then do these calls.
It's so like every time I see a payphone, I will text him a picture of it.
I honestly,
I
dude,
pick them
this
up.
works.
I pick
A
them
lot
up
of
and
people
listen.
Like
Well,
it's like a weird thing when you have a friend that's so into like a
Something
certain
super
thing like this,
specific.
you notice things you never know. You're like, there's a payphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was the last one I showed you? That the Burbank Airport has many working
where was
payphones,
that
like
one
brand
that-
new, clean.
Where was
Yeah.
that one in that random? Like it was like a Best.
Oh, Best Buy has
Best
one.
Buy has
But
one.
It's dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
No, I picked it up.
No, it's dead. The one in
It's
Burbank.
so clean.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's good.
Burbank has like tons of payphones apparently.
I was up at the mountain for this other thing
Mm.
they're doing, and there's a payphone in the hotel lobby. And
Can you send us a picture of that?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I picked it up. It worked. I called Helen on it.
But
I
that
didn't
makes
do,
sense
a
because
real
that's like
call.
an old place in like the mountains, and it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess on
Yeah.
a mountain you might want a landline because cell phones wouldn't work.
It's just so random when a phone will be on, and especially in a hotel lobby. Maybe it's because there's international people there.
Yeah.
Why
and
would
they-
international people want to use a?
Because their cell phones sometimes, if they just come for 2 weeks to ski, their
Well,
cell phone.
I think it's just like nostalgia to have it.
But why is it plugged in?
Because Wi-Fi is like.
But
Yeah.
the fact that it's working.
Can we
And a lot of people, you can call now for free on like WhatsApp. You don't even need a phone plan.
So let me
It's
tell you
just
something a
internet.
little bit interesting. There's this guy I work with, and he used to be, I think he's called a journeyman, and he would go up and he would do telecommunications.
Yeah.
And
I thought he meant
the
boxer
high,
because journeyman is like a boxing.
Yeah.
the
it's like
high
through the box,
wires
Yeah.
through the mountains and all this kind of stuff. And he said he went to Argentina and all this kind of stuff. And he made he said he made this incredible amount of money, but like he stopped because he got hurt. And the more important part of this is he doesn't
let's
do
get to it,
he doesn't do the job.
Let's get there.
I know. Don't be afraid to nudge me in the right direction.
Oh, I'm nudging. Let's.
And so, he knows how to work on telephone lines and stuff. And I said, hey, do you happen to know anything about payphones? And he's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. I still have all my old gear. And so I might, recruit this guy to go up into the mountain to this phone that used to work that you and I
Because he wants to use it in the movie.
I'm trying to call my friend on this phone.
2 times he's gone there, it worked. Comes back, doesn't work. It's like,
Every
oh
time
my
I-
gosh, why is it
Assuming
working?
that the lines in between wherever it goes to work.
Yeah,
But that's the
line
thing.
a mile away on the
I
mountain
went-
isn't,
Like,
like
in the
eaten
mountain-
by a bird.
I went and it was with my other friend, and we picked it up one day. I'm like, oh, the phone's always dead. I had to pick it up and check, and it worked. Couldn't believe it was working again after it hadn't been working
So
for
did you film
months.
some
Is this the one I used with
The
you?
dude who lives right next to me, he's like, oh yeah, it's temperamental. It's kind of like he didn't say this, but it's kind of like a fair weather phone. I think
Is this the one I used with you?
Yeah.
So you're gonna pay this guy to drive
So
up to the
I'm
mountain
just gonna.
and try to
It was one of my coworkers, and he said he's got all his old gear. So I'm gonna try to go up there with him and see if we can diagnose and fix the phone, and get
Doing
it
a
working
public
again.
service for people who don't need it or
And
want
then-
it.
And
If
then
I didn't
can make
know
the call.
you, I would say that's the most asinine thing of all time. But,
But I really want this phone because I did all
He's
kinds of
essentially
coverage.
storing the payphones across the world so people
That
can
is-
finally
you
have a solid
you are
payphone.
a public servant. That is impressive.
You remember when Jared, was it Jared and I or Zach and I?
civic duty.
Me and Jared, or me and Zach, we started a group. We were called the Payphone Pals, and we were only going to use payphones.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, Payphone Pals. So it's us. We decided this was like
I thought it was you and Brad.
This was on 2010.
I could just see you idiots
No.
carrying a big sack of change around
we're,
with you.
we're like,
I
we
have
did
$200 in quarters.
because he's making a movie with calling on
I
payphone.
went to the bank and I asked the lady, I'm like, can you give me as much as you can in quarters? She's like, well, here we got. And she gave me she only had 200.
So you have more money in quarters than you do in the bank.
I actually been so broke
Yeah,
that I
true.
looked at my closet and I said, I think I need to bring these quarters back to the bank now because I don't have any. I had negative $2.51 in my account last.
And this is a perfect time to mention the Payphone.
Yeah. Donate.
If you
donate
want to
quarters
help
even if you
Shepard,
like.
who's literally living in poverty.
I have a full-time job,
he
but yeah,
runs-
I'm still broke.
He runs out of the studio every week to go run to his job. So this is like sort of in the way of him getting ready for work. So
Yeah.
he's here doing this.
But it's
if
Friday.
you want to support the show, you want to keep seeing it and maybe get him to stop being
No.
a laborer.
There's no sympathy here. I'm working just
not
a regular
sympathy.
job.
He's fine.
It's
But-
facts. But hey,
But
we would love to do this
aside
as
from
our
that,
job. So
Please
support
support
on
the
Patreon.
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And then
Link in
Jeff
the
can tell
description.
more interesting stories and stop doing.
Interesting.
Well, I'm just making a joke that
things
I
to
was
make money.
broke last week, but I have $200 in quarters in my closet, and I'm thinking, maybe I need to.
Are
bring
you going to
those
be that
quarters.
guy that brings change to everywhere you go?
I'm just maybe. Well, I bring change every phone I go to. But
I
Oh, yeah.
Where was I? I was somewhere. Oh, here's an interesting story you'll love. I was in Las Vegas over the weekend, and
Well, hang on. Before you get
I
into it,
made money.
hang on.
Not how you
Oh,
would think.
you're an
Let me
idiot.
just put a
This is the
little
most
cap on the end of this thing. You know,
Nick
that movie I'm making is not about phones. It's about the conversations I'm having with people. It's not really a podcast, but I like the aesthetic of a landline. And I thought, how can I call
The
people on
sound
a
of a voice
landline?
through a payphone sounds
yeah, the
cool.
sound of like a copper phone call. And I thought, like, how can I keep that interesting? I can't call this from the same location every time from my house if I have a landline. Oh, I'll go to payphones. And I thought
Keep it visually.
I didn't realize it'd be
interesting.
so hard to find. I actually thought there'd be more of them working than there are.
It's
but that's
2024.
but that's why it's got this payphone element to it. I'm just doing it for like the aesthetic of like it's like an art project. And
So
it's
if
like,
you guys know of
the sound.
working payphones,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
let us know.
Actually, let us know. That would be very
So-
handy. He'll go to them.
Yeah, you will go
So
to them.
anyway,
Or if you work on payphones, fix one for him, and he'll come.
and it
use
feels like the kind of thing that like I've said this to you guys before, but it feels like the kind of thing like you would see it in like a museum exhibit.
I
And it
feel
would be like
it's
on a
just 'cause
loop,
you're-
and you'd
where
watch, like,
we
5
live,
minutes
like,
of
I think
it.
if you go to the flyover states, there's plenty more payphones.
John, how long is this episode so far?
35 minutes.
Holy crap!
So what were you
Well,
saying?
we should
You
get to
made
the
money?
quiz soon,
I think
because
we should
Johnny's
start
coming
fact
soon.
checking.
Oh yeah.
dude.
What's your
Oh, we're doing a quiz?
Nathan said he went to Las
I have a
Vegas
quiz,
to
but
make
I want to
money.
tell you this
Oh,
story.
yeah, do you? This very interesting story.
I went to Las Vegas and
Been there 100%.
went there for the weekend. Didn't drink.
Did you watch
actually.
him perform?
I just danced the whole time.
Nice.
It was great. Did some business things for
What's the
Dad.
story? Let's go.
And then I found I didn't gamble. I don't really gamble. I do the slot machine sometimes. But I got 10 cents. Someone left behind a voucher for 10 cents.
Did you cash that in?
Yeah, I did. I got that 10 cents.
Did you really?
I did. I got it
Shut
done.
up. They
I
gave
would've
you a
definitely
dime?
done
Yeah, they have to. If
I
it's a
would've
penny,
done
they
it.
got to give it to you.
You could probably make a living going
So I
around
took it.
picking up all those.
Exactly.
standards.
You can.
That could be a free money episode.
We did that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's a wicked good free money.
And I was talking to Nick about that a while ago, how we think we should do
That's
more
the best
episodes.
free money episode ever.
That's a good one.
film it.
So I
You
got
can
that,
film
and then
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, there's because everybody's got a phone on them. They don't care.
I found.
You can't film certain stuff, and
Good
they'll
to
let
know,
you know.
actually.
But like,
Oh yeah. But you can film. I filmed a dance video in the casinos with a tripod, and no one kicked me
Really?
out. One time they said you can't film this direction. I was like, okay.
yeah. There's like certain like
You can't be filming like the poker tables because you could be technically cheating and watching.
You can't film
and-
like poker table. You can't film where they give the money out.
Yeah.
You can't film like there's like.
But I
certain-
filmed
Then
me
they'll
in
tell
front
you
of
right away because
slot
they're
machines.
filming you.
Can you
There's
film
a
like
million cameras.
Slot machines?
I got away with that. I
Yeah, I
did
think
my
so.
Mario dance video. I'm in the casino in Las Vegas in Wynn Casino dancing.
That's a good one.
and
I like that.
I had coins.
That's
Mario
such a cool
coins
background.
dumping out of the slot
Yeah,
machines.
that's such a cool
in
background.
FX. But I then
You make more
found
money?
5 $1 bills on the ground.
Singles?
Crisp, yeah, crisp bills.
Yeah,
Dude, you could make a living.
Probably
roll
from the
that from a
casino.
stripper, didn't you?
It was on the casino floor.
You could probably make money just roaming casinos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if I fell
maybe
out someone's
10 bucks
pocket
an
when they were
hour.
taking something out, it probably fell
Maybe
out.
$10 a day.
There's money to be found.
Because
there.
everybody else is down in their luck too, so they're trying
Yeah.
to look for free money
So
too.
funny.
There's probably people that already do that.
There is. Whenever you think of something like this, there's people doing it.
Yeah,
There's always
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
doing it. Like the cardboard. You know, the free money thing could be good because then we could go to Ronald's and have dinner. It's a donut
yeah.
place.
Oh yeah,
which is
Ron-
not really like
Ronald's
close.
awesome vegan. We used to drive, for the audience who doesn't know, there's a donut place in Las Vegas called Ronald's, and they have vegan donuts, and they're really good. And they're like, at the
you can't-
time, people weren't making raised cake donuts are easy to make vegan, but raised donuts
Cake-
like a
cake donuts are
like a
not
Dunkin' donut, like regular
Yeah, yeast raised
yeast
donut.
donut. It's hard to make vegan. This place was somehow doing it in Las Vegas, so we would
Like
drive
20 years ago.
Yeah, literally 19 years ago. And we would go from LA, we'd drive to Las Vegas, get donuts, turn around, and go back.
Insane.
One drive. We did it multiple times. It's 8 hours to get
8
these
hours of
donuts.
driving for a
And we did it because it was a joke and it was funny and weird and
More than
random.
8 hours of driving.
It was.
Because you stop and
We
it's
lost
the whole
our
thing.
minds many times doing it. But
I
it was
did it
always
once
funny.
with a girlfriend at the time, and like we drove out there. We got the donuts. We got there at like 4:30 in the morning before they opened.
They close at 1 in the afternoon. Also, by the
We
way.
left at like midnight, and then like we didn't sleep. We got to the place. I like tried to sleep in the car for like half an hour.
Wait, you just waited
Didn't you
outside
sleep in the trunk?
Ronald's?
Did you sleep in the trunk?
No, it was a Mini Cooper.
That was the time you went with like the Swedish
No,
girls or
it's my
something.
girlfriend at the time, and then we waited out. So we got the donuts. I bought like a bunch.
Yeah, you.
I brought you guys back some, and I
Mm-hmm.
went like insane on that trip because I had so sleep deprived. I was like, I felt like
Wait.
smashing
So
the
you
walls
just
of the
you were
car.
normal.
No, like my
You
girlfriend
had
was
fear and loathing.
My girlfriend was like, I could tell she was getting a little bit like almost like annoyed with me because I was like so weirdly like looped and stuff.
Yeah.
Or at least I felt that she was.
You didn't sleep on the way. Oh, you drove the whole way.
I think I drove there and then she drove back. We switched. We took turns and stuff.
Are you a person that can't fall asleep when someone else is driving?
I can fall
If you're,
asleep
like,
when
you
I
both
didn't
can't
have a
do it.
problem when she drove, but like I just couldn't. I was just too like
Right away when someone else is home.
we
Every time I'm with Bob, he falls asleep.
we.
Even if I've slept like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, this is a little bit personal, but like we had like I was so sleep deprived. I was dying to sleep. We got back to her place finally, and all I wanted to do was go to bed. And then we ended up being boyfriend girlfriend together. And then, despite the fact that I was exhausted, I remember thinking, "Why am I doing this right now? I feel sick. I'm so tired." Then after that, I fell asleep, and it was like 12 o'clock.
I mean, what did you expect leaving at midnight?
I know, but then anyway, as exhausted as I was, we did that thing.
I like you said, we ended up being boyfriend girlfriend together.
And
That's
then
the best way of
the most
saying-
childish way
Oh
ever.
my
I
God.
finally fell asleep. It was like painful falling asleep. It was so tired. And then I
Did
woke
you
up.
eat any donuts?
I brought the donuts. I brought Nathan and Paul donuts.
Mm.
And before I
Cody.
delivered the donuts, this is X-rated, everybody. I put my male reproductive organ through one of the donuts. I took a picture of it, and then I put it back.
Oh yeah.
And each of them had one of those
we
donuts.
didn't know what one it was.
I gave them their donuts. After they finished their donuts,
So who got
showed
it?
us
the next
picture.
day I sent them the picture. I said, "Who got this one?" And they had already eaten it.
We're like,
and they were
oh
so angry.
No one knew.
No one knew. No one ever. I never told them who ate
yeah,
it.
who did eat it?
It was my donut.
I figured.
You
I
ate,
figured
you ate
he
your
would've-
own dick donut?
Well, my girlfriend might have eaten that too. I don't know. It was ours.
God.
I knew.
But she knew. She knew I did. She did it with me as a prank.
So
Yeah,
funny.
fun fact.
Yeah,
I
she
tried to
was a
do that
pranker.
once. I tried to do that once, and the donut exploded.
Oh, exploded. Because you were putting in a Boston
I
cream.
tried.
You were doing it for other reasons.
I tried to do that one. It's a donut.
It's like an
That's
anime
the Massachusetts
explosion, dude.
version of American Pie, Boston cream donut.
Yeah, dude. Great donut.
Sending a picture after it's too late of a prank is.
It's pretty
so
funny though, because then everybody gets the dread.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh
That's
my
all,
God.
that's good.
Well, since our show is becoming, the theme is quizzes and
Evolved.
trivia.
Oh.
If you at home like trivia, keep watching this because you'll learn something. I got fart, by the way.
I thought we were not doing that no more. Don't you?
Well,
I'm not putting it on the mic for out of respect for other guests and
don't fart on
podcasts,
me. I got mad last time.
But I can fart in general.
Well, just don't fart on me next episode.
I didn't fart on you. You were sitting next to me and I farted.
That's you. Look, see how you're angled.
That's your fault.
I was no.
I could do some quizzes.
Wait,
for this that you
go
guys
to the
would
quiz. We're
definitely
running out of
find.
time.
I got a
We
quiz,
actually
I got
have
a
to
quiz.
start.
I got it on. It's not on the database because the database stinks. All right, Which? Pick a 1 through 4. I got 4 questions.
Do all of them.
Pick one.
2.
2. Okay. What is the main ingredient in dust?
Oh, hair
Skin.
or skin.
Skin.
Which one is it? Hair or skin?
I'm gonna say skin.
It's human skin.
Yep, it's dead.
I knew that.
skin.
I already knew
Ooh,
that.
I think hair is
I'm
a
gonna
part
give
of
Nate
it.
the ding on that one.
Yeah.
You said hair, right?
Because you know
But
why?
I know your brain was going to skin, but you knew it was a body.
Because why? One time
I
watching
mean,
this
just
thing.
you guys look in the mirror and you know it won't be hair.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Why is my house so dusty then?
Yeah, because all your hair fell on the ground.
Well, real quick, I watched this little special once, and they were talking about the subways, and they were cleaning the subways, and they scoop out all the dirt and the debris, and they said most of this debris is hair and skin.
Yeah, it's people shedding basically.
In the subway?
Yeah, all the dust that they collect and all the soot
That's
and all that
disgusting to
stuff.
think
It's
about.
mostly hair and skin. So that's why I wasn't sure if it was hair.
So why do you like when you go in a warehouse? It's so dusty in there. There's nobody in there.
That's
I've never been
That's
into
the
a warehouse and noticed that it was
that's
dusty.
because like cardboard boxes, little pieces breaking off, and just products and machine, like just everything.
What if it's empty?
Oh yeah, so that's another thing. What is the dust from just time? What is
It's-
that?
it's called-
like, you know when you go in an old haunted house, it's just layers of dust on everything.
But that's a
What's
different
that?
kind
Well, I
of.
mean, it
What's
might,
time dust?
it might be from like aminals and
Ghost
stuff.
dust?
But there's other. I
No,
think
but
that
how
I
it's
think that's
sealed up,
talking
we'll get
about
dust.
like in general, like the composition of the world's dust is
Well,
mostly
yeah, what is
skin.
time dust made out of?
What the hell is time dust?
From a room just sitting
Soil.
over time
Could
with
be
no
just
people in it.
Could be soil blowing in from the window cracks. And
No, but no. You know, like classic haunted house dust.
What's question number 1?
I want to say to the audience,
Yeah.
over time, we're going to see who's the smart. After doing all these quizzes, we're going to see who's the smartest one on the show.
I'd like to know who's going to review
We're also
all
gonna
that.
see
Yeah,
what
who's going to review all that footage?
We're going to see what guest is the smartest guest, and we'll have them come back and compete. So
Wait, are we going to have a smart guest?
over time, when we quiz guests, we'll say, hey, you're the
I'm telling you, we got
you're
to
smart.
We
You
got to
gotta
find
come back
a
and compete
genii
against
to come up
so-and-so.
on here, dude.
We should have a genius.
We should do a
come on.
whole quiz show.
Craigslist genius.
We should.
I
And then
do
we
want-
just sit there and
A
listen.
Craigslist genius would be funnier than an actual genius.
Self-proclaimed,
College
genius.
We should have them
Yes.
go head to head.
Question number 1.
Speaking of,
Question one.
we still have to get a psychic on here to do our tarot cards. I'm waiting to do that episode.
Nah.
Anyone of you out there is a psychic or a tarot card reader, come on the show.
We just have 100 show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question 1. What country has the most pyramids?
Oh, where are the Mayans?
I know this. It's not Egypt.
Where are the Mayans?
He can't tell you.
The
You have to
Mayans
say it.
aren't
Mexico.
Mayans in Mexico.
I was going to say Mexico.
No.
It's
I know-
probably South America.
I know this.
but-
After all my doing so many quizzes, I saw this question and I can't remember what it is.
I think it's a fun one. Yeah. I mean, you'll not get it because
It's next.
That means I'm wrong.
5, 4.
Africa. I'm gonna say
3.
it's not Africa. But I'm saying.
Peru.
What state are you from? America.
What state are you from?
Oh, continent. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I said the continent. It's right near Egypt. I don't know.
Morocco?
I say nothing.
Tunisia?
Egypt has 138,
Yep.
and the winner is Sudan.
Sudan?
With
I wouldn't have thought of it.
255.
Yeah, I guess the Middle East, that whole culture has got burial tombs like that all over.
Burial tombs.
100.
All right,
Well,
question-
that yet
So-
is Egypt. I'm sure they're going to discover
I'm still
more.
winning.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
burial.
but there's so many more in
I'm still
Sudan than
winning.
there is in Egypt.
You got one.
Yeah,
got
1-0.
Yeah.
All right, question 4. Now, don't. If one says something, if you think you know it, don't say it.
I got a half a point
Okay.
for hair because that's skin.
No, hair's not skin.
It is
You
hair,
don't get a
skin,
half.
nail.
Dude, Are we
Hair's
doing
like
half?
teeth.
Are we doing half?
No.
Hair's not.
No half points.
Okay,
Too
come on.
convoluted.
What's the next one?
What is the world's largest desert?
Oh. Isn't it the Sahara? Oh,
No.
Antarctica.
It's something like that because the desert means barren and it's just open.
I'm gonna say Antarctica.
The world's largest
Nate?
desert.
The Mojave?
No.
Palm Springs?
Palm Springs.
Oh,
Los
wait,
Angeles.
So are you asking us to say places or continents or countries?
Name of the desert.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Name
You
of
can
the
say a
desert.
country. You can say a continent.
I'll say maybe.
The Antarctica is the desert.
Is Antarctica bigger than Alaska?
Yes.
Yeah. Alaska's pretty big.
Antarctica's a
I
I
don't
was
continent.
gonna
think
say Antarctica too. I knew it was something that wasn't sand-like.
It is Antarctica.
Ah! You only got that because I got that.
No, because I knew that
You
it
get
wasn't.
point. He gets 0.5 then.
Yeah, I answered first.
All right, fine. If we're doing
Well,
point
that's what I
five.
said. Don't yell it
we
out.
both have 1.5.
Oh, we aren't supposed to yell it out. Well, how are you gonna know if I was right?
Well, that's true. But,
Yeah, I got to answer. We both have 1.5 then.
Yeah,
no,
but-
I have. Oh yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how
Question number 3.
you should always get a half if you always think the other guy is right. All right, last one.
Yeah.
Easy, but not easy, because I actually
It's
did.
a tiebreaker.
I'm dumb.
Yeah. I've never won a quiz.
How many toes does a cat have?
Oh my god. 8. Oh wait, all 4 paws?
On
yes,
one hand or
general.
total?
Total.
Total
24.
16.
24?
They have 6 on each paw.
16.
It's either 24.
Check the database here.
It's either 16 or 24. I'm gonna guess.
Oh my God.
What?
18.
Ah, we tied.
10 on the front, or 5 on each front, 4 on each
Oh,
back.
it's an odd and different number.
Yeah, they got 5.
Huh.
Got one of these, and they got 4 in the back.
Funny, I didn't know that.
Morons.
Well, we tied.
Morons. I don't think anybody knew.
Absolute
I don't think anybody but a vet
We
knew.
tied.
I, like normal, win the round.
I mean, people with cats might know that you won the round.
Guess what?
Hey, wait,
Guess what?
you're the quiz
Wait a
master.
I have 2 cats. Didn't know.
Well,
that.
next week. Oh, really? I thought you would have known because he just kind
I'm
of
not counting their toes, bro.
I counted Frank's toes.
Yeah, but he doesn't
how
have.
many there are, though.
He doesn't have
The dog.
He doesn't have murder talons back there either.
Yeah.
You know, cats
Well-
will get you.
Well, we tied.
Yeah, we tied.
I still haven't won the quiz.
Maybe next week.
I don't think you've gotten a question right.
I got a good one.
I
for
got
next week.
Antarctica right.
I got a good one for next week for our guest and for us. 2 quizzes next week.
You got 2 quizzes.
One for a guest and one for all
You
of
can't
us.
even
The
count
guest
that
and
high.
us. I did. I counted and I did it. I succeeded.
I only did 4 this time because I figured we'd be talking.
No,
to
that's
Yeah.
good.
I think 4 is pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have to wrap it up now. It's shortish episode, but
Why is it short?
because we have another thing we have to go do.
Oh,
Well, how long? Where are we at now, John?
We are at 49 minutes.
yeah, but it's at
Yeah.
we're at
I think
Yeah,
it's
we
good
started
to
10
wrap
we're at
up.
noon 01, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Please support the Patreon if you want more of this.
Volume.
If you want more volume and more insanity, support the Patreon. It's
Yeah,
the best
check us
way.
on all the socials, Insta nerds, TikToky nerds.
Good at all.
What else are we
you.
doing? Are we doing
Bridge 9.
Bridge 9 message board.
I know, which
The
has
Bridge
been-
9 message
which has
board.
been gone for a decade.
I think it's
Tony
still
and
around.
Pals.
No, it's not.
I think Bridge 9 message board is still around.
Bridge 9 has been gone.
Someone
for
in the audience
a
let us know if
decade.
the hardcore
No, it is
music
gone.
label
I
Bridge 9
know.
has a message
This
board.
is
Tony and
it's
Pals?
been gone forever.
Tony and Pals?
That's the internet. That's the database. They'll find out.
Yeah, I don't need you don't need to, I
Friendster.
know.
That's one.
Friendster. MySpace.
Friendster.
We should do a MySpace pro. We should put it all on MySpace.
Is
see-
Friendster
No,
still
actually,
around?
you know, it's really
Makeup,
funny.
Makeup Club was the original.
Well,
social
challenge
I
us.
logged into MySpace the other day. It's like broken.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Like the
really?
Doesn't
the
work?
whatever, like the back end is like broken.
Something
Like the
bro-
images don't
Surprised it's
load.
still a
And
thing.
like,
Oh, really?
They
it's
tried to make a
insane.
music website.
We'll see if we can
like
get
10
famous
years
off
I
of
ago.
remember
MySpace.
that. I remember that. It was just all music.
I wonder if
I just
something
want to
like
put
that-
people in my top
I do
10.
wonder if something that will come back out of like nostalgia and sort of like retro. But
I never had a
No,
MySpace.
I know because that's what I thought it was going to do when then I logged in. Like I think
Yeah.
it was like last week, and then it was busted up.
literally all social media
Like
is
your
garbage,
haircut.
and no one needs to use it anymore. Just stop
Social media is
using it.
great. You just got to
No,
use
it's
it
not.
as entertainment and not as.
All thing you need is YouTube. YouTube isn't
Oh,
social
that's-
media, in my opinion. It's a TV network. It's a channel.
There's an interesting documentary. You know the guy Alex Winter? Didn't
Nope.
you do an
Yeah.
episode with him?
Yeah, you met him.
No, I met Savage Steve Holland.
Oh, you didn't meet Alex? I think you met Alex one time
No,
too.
but I think
because he's the director of the Disney show I was
yeah,
on.
Nathan was on a show that he directed, but he made a documentary called the YouTube Zone or something like that. But it's basically about like just how like people are like. It's about YouTube and like how they're obsessed and sucked into it and all this crazy stuff in the
It's like
algorithm.
TV.
He did like a dark web one.
Yeah.
And he did
The Silk Road.
yeah, what is that? That's what they said.
That's the dark web.
They mentioned that term a
I
couple
never
times.
even heard that.
It's where you can buy illicit services.
Yeah, he did a documentary
Pretty
about
awesome.
that.
Been on there myself.
Ew! Don't do that.
Been on there
Why?
myself.
You get the FBI's gonna kick your door down.
No, I didn't buy anything. You
Yeah,
weirdo.
just looking. Can't even look.
Game
You get a
Route.
VIP in.
No window
Bam.
You
shopping.
go on a tour and you go into the dark web.
Bam. Stay.
You
away.
can literally anything you want. You can purchase.
But it's interesting because he did say like his kids say like their whole everything is YouTube. Like there is no television in there. It's not even just that YouTube is like their place for entertainment. It's for everything.
Yeah.
Like news and like learning.
I honestly
everything.
use YouTube 99% of the time now too. I do watch movies on like Apple TV and Amazon and stuff in the HBO, but I am on YouTube.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't actually know anybody except
It's the
for people,
encyclopedia
except for
of
people
Earth.
that watch sports. I don't know anybody that has TV and old people. It's old people and people
Yeah,
that watch.
my mom and dad still watch TV.
Exactly,
like
exactly.
NBC and
Old
stuff.
people.
Yeah,
yeah.
60s.
But there was also an angle of like how it's like Google owns YouTube, I guess, and like so they're like what is like the right thing to do as far as like allowing certain things to be on the internet and on YouTube. So it goes.
Well, that's the
into all-
point of the internet. It has everything.
Yeah,
The encyclopedia of the world.
and basically they're making money off of like say alt-right people and stuff, and so
Oh,
the
yeah,
question is like, is this like moralistic and
Yeah,
stuff?
it's freedom of speech. Yeah, whatever you want.
Well, we got to end.
Okay,
Thank you for watching. We can talk forever, and we'll do that next week.
thank you.
Thanks for
See you
watching.
next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'll see you later, guys. I'll see you later.